Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing something different from my usual videos, my usual DIY how-to videos and project car videos. So this is a new car review. This is a 2025 Mazda CX-50. This is the 2.5S preferred trim. And I wanted to do a review of this almost base model CX-50. There's a lot of reviews out there of the turbo model, which is $45,000, which is a lot of money. So this is closer to 30,000. Starts at 31,850 is the MSRP on this car. So I just wanted to do a review of this. I drove this around for a few days, put a few hundred miles on it. I have a corporate travel job, and so I drive a lot of cars in a lot of different places. And whenever I go to pick up a car, I always go for a Mazda. I prefer Mazdas over the competitors, Toyota or Honda or something like that. I personally like how the CX-50 looks. It looks great on the outside. The CX-50 is more muscular looking, more off-road looking to the CX-5, and I like how it's lower down and squatted more and wider. So I like how it looks, and I'm just going to go over my thoughts and share them with you driving this car for a few days. I'll go over what I thought driving it, features inside the car, how it feels inside the car, the materials, the space, the luggage capacity, all that kind of stuff. So I'll be doing a kind of quick in-depth dive of this car and what my thoughts are on it, and if you should buy it or consider buying this car. We'll go inside and out on the car. So if you like this video, like the video, comment below, and then consider following me on this channel. Has Mazda's 2.5 liter 4-cylinder Skyactiv engine. They've had this for years and years, so they figured out all the kinks. It's a reliable engine. It lasts you for years. Proper maintenance, of course. Paired to it is a 6-speed automatic transmission. It's not a CVT. All-wheel drive is standard. Tows 2,000 pounds, and then it gets 25 miles per gallon in the city, 31 on the freeway. This is 187 horsepower, 185 foot-pounds of torque. So it's not fast, not powerful, but it gets the job done and gets you where you need to go for a point A to point B car. The interior is nice and spacious inside of here. I like the fit and finish of everything. I like these seats that are leatherette with like this mesh material in the center. They feel nice, they're nice and comfortable. I always like Mazdas again because their interiors feel much more premium and nicer compared to the competition from Toyota or Honda or Hyundai, whoever. So I really like how these feel inside. All trim levels of the CX-50 come with push button start, which is a nice feature to have. You get a nice chunky leather wrapped steering wheel, which feels good in your hands. You have a digital speedometer in the center, which is configurable. You have an analog tachometer over to your left, and then analog fuel gauge and temperature gauge over to your right. Down by your left knee, you have a trunk popper and a couple off buttons and 6 blank or dead switches, this being the almost base model. Your door panel has your door latch and your standard window and mirror switches and controls. Your steering wheel has the standard windshield wiper stalk and then your turn signal stalk, and then down on your left you have a button to configure the center screen. This replaces your speedometer with range and miles and average MPGs. It also has your lane keep assist or blind spot monitoring system built in, so you can cycle through all these different screens on that center gauge. Now in the center of your dash you have your climate controls. I really love that Mazda still uses physical buttons and knobs. I really hate using a touchscreen to control all your climate controls. I think that's really annoying, but that's my personal opinion. You have dual zone climate as well, so that's a nice feature to have. Now down below you have your cup holders. This will fit your standard water bottle or coffee, standard size cups and drinks. And below that you have your electronic parking brake, your auto hold button as well, and then you have your drive mode select button, and then the center trackpad and volume control buttons. Now your drive mode select button will toggle through the different drive modes. You have 3 options here. You have sport, you have normal, and you have off-road. As you toggle between them, it changes the characteristics of the transmission, acceleration, and the color changes on the screen as well. You have brown and red for the different modes, and black for normal mode. Down below you have your trackpad for the touchscreen and your volume controls for the stereo and sound in the car. Now you have to use the trackpad below to control the touchscreen up top. when you're driving, when you're using Mazda's system. It's pretty intuitive. You get the hang of it over time. I really like it. It's kind of a safety feature by Mazda that you can't use the touchscreen when you're driving. You have to use the trackpad down below. Now, all trim levels of the CX-50 come with Android Auto or Apple CarPlay as standard. Once you're connected to it, then you can control the touchscreen up top using your fingers. The screen is pretty responsive. You can go back and forth without issue. But you do have to be parked to use the system. You can't use the touchscreen while you're driving as a touchscreen. So some people find this really annoying and don't like it. Mazda says this is a safety feature that you can't reach over to your touchscreen and use it. And I agree with them because it's pretty far away. The trackpad is pretty easy to use overall. Once you get the hang of it, it's not a very steep learning curve, so you'll master the trackpad fairly quickly. The rear passenger seating area is nice and spacious, and the rear seats have the nice design that the front seats do, so Mazda didn't cheap out over here. I have plenty of room, as a very average sized adult is 5'8", and the front seat is at my normal seating position. As you can see, lots of headroom left. And as you can see, I still have plenty of knee and leg room. In the center, you have your climate control vents and your USB-C ports. Next, we're going to come around back to the cargo area. The preferred model and everything above has an automatic trunk popper on the key fob and a button on top to close the trunk itself. Nice cargo area in here. You can see my travel suitcase and luggage here. Fits in here just fine. Now with the seats up, you have 31.4 cubic feet of room back here. And then with the seats folded down, which you can fold on the side, you have 56.3 cubic feet of room. So nice cargo capacity, goes deep. You can fit a lot of stuff here in the back. On the preferred and above trim level, you can also close the trunk with this button up top. The base model Select does not have this button. I mentioned at the start of this video that I travel for work, and I always seem to gravitate towards the Mazdas whenever I get to the rental car center. You know, Mazdas are known for their driving feel. Across the line, they all feel better, they handle better, you have more feedback driving them in the steering wheel, and the pedals, turn in, turn out, all of that just feels so much better. You're so more connected and feel so much better driving it on the road versus the competition out there. You know, this is the 2.5 non-turbo model, so it's slow in a straight line. It's not super exciting, it's not super fast. I don't know how the turbo model is, but as far as on twisty roads and stuff, and corners, it just feels so much better versus the competition. So in conclusion, if you're in the market for a compact SUV, this is a very compelling argument. This would be my personal choice if I was looking for something in the around $30,000 price range for a new compact SUV. I would take this over a Honda CR-V or a RAV4 or anything Korean or US made. I prefer Mazdas. I'm a little biased in that regard, but in my opinion, Mazdas look better, especially this one, even over the CX-5. It drives great, the handling of it is great, the fit and finish, the materials used, the features that you get, all of that is better in my opinion versus the competition out there at the $30,000 price point. Once you get to the turbo trim level of this, you know, 45K or like a hybrid CR-V or RAV4 Prime, the argument starts to kind of fall apart in my opinion for the value there, what you get for the, you know, your value for your money. I feel like at 45K, you'd be better off going to the used car market and getting something, you know, lightly owned. Like for example, I bought my 2022 Ford Explorer ST for a little bit over 40K. And I feel like you get a lot better value for your money there. It's a bigger SUV, it can tow, gets the same gas mileage, funny enough, as the turbo trim level of this. You have more room in there, more features, it's more fun to drive. So, you know, at that price point, look into the used car market. But 30K is a good argument for this SUV. Now, if you like this video, you want to see more car reviews, like the video, comment on the video, share your thoughts. If you want to see more how-to videos, DIY videos, and car reviews like this, please consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you all. I appreciate it. Have a good day.